AM to the motherfucking C. Johnwicksnipin back. I just want to start off today by giving a really good, strong shout out to one of my supporters of my channel. His name's Fame from New Jersey. He's really been trying to get on board with starting to think of what we need to do and what buttons we need to push to kind of get this thing kick-started, because listen, we hear that the regulations have been in place, and you know, somebody from New York got up real early today and dropped a video to kind of get in front of what's about to come to him should his prediction not really make it today. I'm not gonna call it out so early. You're entitled to the full day. It probably will not be called out today at all because you get after hours as well. I did say in my video that when I was going to call March 3rd out, the March 3rd prediction from Mr. New York, Mr. 3-Card Monty, I call him, I did say I'd give a little bit of time after that too, because, you know, it could take a course of a few days. You're entitled to see, you know, a couple days after your prediction, you know, what exactly happens. So as you can see, I got my girl Dixie with me. We're at a little bit different location with where we're usually at. She's just chilling out. She likes to eat some grass here and there. Dixie, what's going on? What are you thinking today? March 3rd, is it gonna happen? Well, that kind of means that it's not. So yeah, I was on with the Massalorian last night. He started a live at 9:30, hopped in around 9:45-ish. So, you know, if you guys caught that, it was a good time. I literally spoke for almost 2 hours with him and Common Sense Investor. Those two guys are just, they're great. They're on it. They're really trying to get to the bottom of this. They're invested in this stock heavily. They want it to be done. Also, we don't want to be the Matt Kors, the treystrades, or the Keenan Graces of this AMC YouTube thing. We actually want to move on. Like, we want to figure out what's going on. Is this going to happen or is it not? And we got to pull the plug. So, you know, I feel like with this team, along with some other guys like Tony Denaro, Phil For Real, Pantheon, you know, some of these other guys, you know, the list goes on. But this wave of YouTubers, these guys are good because they're more connected with their audience versus Hollywooding it and trying to take money from super chats and stuff like that, which I don't have a problem with, to be honest with you. Massalorian, in my opinion, deserves any donation that anybody gives him in a live super chat or whatever you want to call them, because it takes a lot. Like, I don't even think I want to do something like that, to be honest with you. Not even for any donations or anything like that. It's just, it takes a lot to put it together, manage the room, moderate the conversation, look at the comments that are flying through and stuff like that. So in my opinion, he deserves whatever little donations that are given to him, or great donations that are given to him. So shout out again to Massalorian. I'm just overly impressed with you, bro. Like, you do such a good job with what you do. You should definitely at some point see your channel grow a lot. You got my full endorsement. So if anybody that watches me and really is my day one supporters, man, Massalorian's a guy that I'll vouch for. He does a really good job. Common Sense Investor is another good guy. Yesterday we were just hammering it out, man. If you missed it, Massalorian has it posted on his channel, so you can watch that as you're working today. But, you know, plug us into your headphones because we talked about a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna obviously try to cover that right now, but it was a lot of ideas that were spit out. It was great, and I can't wait to do it again, to give you guys a little bit more insight from where we're coming from and whatnot, to try to figure this thing out. So far today, I'm not seeing any kind of movement to make us feel any certain way about anything happening, you know, about the price going up or not. So this is going to be kind of a short video just because I want to get back and I want to start, you know, checking out what's going on, reading up with today's stuff, with mainstream media, some of the other YouTubers. You know, I just compile everything and try to suss out, you know, what is good information versus what's total baloney. But the three of us last night on the live, suggested by the Common Sense Investor, so I'm giving him full credit for this movement that he wants to start. He wants to start trending hashtag AMC share count now. I'll repeat, hashtag AMC share count now. So we want to get that going because we feel like we're going to need to bother somebody at some point. The movement's going to have to grow so large that somebody's going to have to answer us. What are we looking for? We want a share count. We want to know what's out there. Like, you can't just come out and say like, oh, well, vaguely, like, you guys own 90% of the float and blah 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 and this and that. And I think watching Lou this morning, he said something like, shh, don't do that because of the delisting, whatever. Listen, guys, we're not gonna sit here forever pussyfooting with this stock. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, people are gonna make a decision to kind of like either get out or whatever the case may be. But we're going to have to irk the SEC. We're gonna have to irk Adam Aaron. And it has to be a collective group. I'm not interested in division amongst the community anymore, to be honest. I just want guys to slow down with some of their predictions, because you give a sense of false hope to an investor that's like down on their times right now with the stock. Like, people are in this at 30s, 40s, 50s and stuff like that, and they're looking at their account and they're like, shit, I'm down a ton of money. So I think at this point we need to at least have this plan in place, because if we don't see some real movement in the next couple weeks, then we are going to have to start pushing the right buttons for someone to acknowledge us and say, you know what, these people are talking really loud. It's reaching other people that have nothing to do with AMC. They're starting to wonder, is this stock market extremely manipulated? And they're going to say to themselves, yeah, you know what, there's just too many examples to prove that. So hashtag AMC share count now. If they delist it or whatever, then guess what? At least our movement was justified, and the rest of the world can kind of see, hey, the American stock market, it ain't the right place to be. It's just rigged against everybody, and they're just trying to take in as much money from the retail investors as possible. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Have a great Thursday. We're almost here at the weekend, and I believe we're getting a lot closer to finding out one way or another if this thing is going to happen or it's not. But before I leave, I want you guys, I want Dixie to say goodbye to you guys. Dixie, these guys want to know what's the deal. How do you feel today? Hey, you guys know Lou, Mr. Turtle, Ducky, Fishy? No? Nobody knows Lou? You guys know if this is going to squeeze anytime soon? I heard March 3rd, guys. No? Everybody's just fucking swimming away. They're like, nah, man, we don't know shit. All right, Dixie, what's going on? What's going on, Dixie girl? Dixie doesn't, she's waiting for the same result as I am. And it doesn't look like it's happening today, but hopefully it will. Johnwicksnipin and Dixie girl are out.